We spoke about it briefly that KL and Kohli will not play the 23rd Jan games. They will probably be there for the 30th Jan games in prelude to the India-England ODI series. Now, Pant will play, Rohit will play. I think there will be a lot of others playing. So Jadeja also. So my important question to both of you all, if Rohit Sharma walks out a bat for Mumbai and gets a golden duck and follows it up with another golden duck, do you still see him play the test side? Or again, how do you have parameters for this?
Same question to you. If Virat Kohli gets 2 golden ducks, does he still play?
Bin him. Play him only because he's anyway not going to. He's anyway not going to be playing in India, right? He's always going to just play the England series. That England series for Virat is the make or break, I feel, in terms of his test career. And I still think he'll travel there. But with Rohit, I don't know, man. Like tomorrow he wows us by getting a 200 and a Bunsen in that match. Again, would you just forgive him and move on? Is it as simple as that? I mean, they're not living up to what they're actually going by, right? Oh, we're going to reward domestic performances. They've not done that with Karun. And if they do that with people like Rohit and Virat, then the BCCI only themselves are believing in superstar culture.
See, we'll have to be very honest and practical also when we say that we want to reward domestic performances. Now, you can make a flow chart of who all came into the setup basis of IPL. You'd think in the test setup, if you think about it, Jaiswal came on basis of always doing well at the domestic circuit. You had Siraj coming through there. You had Bumrah coming from there. You had Jadeja coming from there. You had Ashwin coming from there. Ashwin, maybe yes, a bit of IPL, a bit of white ball cricket there. So it is not that you have not rewarded domestic performance. Yes, you have continued to play with a shorter pool, talent pool. That is 100% there. You have a problem there. You have a problem when you take someone like a Priyank Panchal, don't give him a game and then bin him. You take Abhimanyu Iswaran to places, don't play him, bin him. Maybe there is some issue, but at least let the players know, or let the wider audience know that, okay, we've had a word with him. This is what is the issue. For Karun Nair, if you can tell me one name in that top 6 that should be dropped to play Karun Nair. There isn't anybody in this format at that point of time. So we have to be practical also that there should be a place as well for the guy to come in and perform. Now, if Shreyas was having a horrible time and you say, okay, he's not had a good time in ODI since 2 years, maybe let's try Karun Nair, fair. But then if you tell me after next round of Ranji Trophy game, if somebody does well and Rishabh had a horror run, do you drop Rishabh Pant? You will not. So it cannot be that one line suits all. You'll have to be smart. And of course, when you say you have to play domestic cricket, your decisions have to be on same line for everybody. So I completely buy the point. Whenever you are free, you are available, you should play domestic cricket. The point of domestic cricket here is not to get hundreds and 200s and 300s. The point of playing domestic cricket is to iron out your flaws. Whatever there is troubling you, if left arm, let's say for Virat, if left arm spin is troubling him, if he faces a lot of them in the domestic circuit, he'll find more ways. Nobody is saying he'll get instantly better, but at least there will be lesser at stake and he can experiment. So that is the logic there. And let's see, we'll have everybody playing in the Ranji Trophy, but importantly, how many of them will eventually play the warm-up game? That to me is the mark. You have to still play the warm-up games that you'll have in England when you play England Lions, because that is where you will get into actual match rhythm. So we should go by the statements, but also take them with the right context in mind.
Yeah, because if you look at the practice game that India had against the Prime Minister's 11 in Australia, I didn't think Virat played that and he conveniently sat out. I don't know whether it was at the back of the Perth 100 that he got, but point being, we just want everyone to participate in these warm-up clashes or domestic cricket, especially ahead of a massive test season. Asim Han's asking pertinent questions. Love this lad. Whoever he is, please subscribe and tell a friend about cricket.com. Now, Akshay, he says, is participation enough for Roko or is the performance needed for them? Is meritocracy even alive?
Yeah, participation is definitely not going to be enough, and that alone will not, do it for sure. At least I hope so. I'm just talking about what my opinion is. I don't know how will it actually pan out. Between Rohit and Kohli, I would still imagine Kohli has just that bit more credit left in the bank simply because of that ton. Whether it was worth it or not, that's a debate for another day. But this is just me thinking. So I would imagine Kohli ko फिर भी थोड़ा वो शायद benefit of doubt दे देंगे. And given the fact that he's moved to England, he spent a lot of time there, so maybe even that could come into help him and all of that. Again, just hoping against hope at this point in time. With Rohit Sharma though, It's the clock is really ticking because he's not getting any younger. He's 2 years older to Virat, so it's not that they both are of the same age. And on top of that, fitness, you cannot not look at it. You can't look past it directly. So that's also there. So if like Avnish asked, if he's got 2 golden ducks, yeah, once again, I'd be very surprised if they do not. I mean, if Rohit ends up going to England despite that, because kahin na kahin you will have to draw the line and understand ki boss whether this is the time to move on. And for me, the answer to that would be yes. It is the start of a new WTC cycle. Makes perfect sense for you to just move on. So, और क्या चाहिए मेरे को पता नहीं. मतलब when, if not now, then when will you draw? When will you sort of pass the baton and move on? So I guess this is as good a time as any to say goodbye. Thank you for your services, and yeah, that's it.
Rohit Sharma and his Mumbai team will be in action at the BKC ground. That'll be interesting. If you guys are around Bandra, you can probably stroll and check Rohit out in terms of that 23rd Jan fixture. There is going to be Pant in action, Gill's in action, Jadeja's in action, and Kohli and KL will be in action, I think, on the 30th of Jan. So hopefully to watch them there. What else could you